We now join the following program already in progress.
Well, I've been taking apart the mechanism here. Now this mechanism here is not my original one. This is the one that came with the head that I ordered later. So I thought I'd use this as a guinea pig to see if I could take this apart. And I did take some of these wheels off here. I took this platter off here. And I was able to get these wheels off here. It wasn't quite as easy as it looks, but I did get them off. And this wheel right here is the idler wheel that drives this thing.
Oh, I see.
So I took the X-Acto knife and ripped this out of there. And I wanted to get some square O-rings so I can repair this. Now this one and this one are about the same. They're going to use the same size square O-ring. So I went online and ordered some. And I couldn't just order one. I had to order 25 of them. Wouldn't you know it? Let's just take one out of here. Take a look at it. Now I ordered 3/16 of an inch. This is 3/16. And this is a little bit too thick. We can compare it with the original one that was in there. You can tell there, the one on the left is a lot thinner. I can fit it on here pretty good, but you can see here it's much too thick. So the only way I could figure out how to do this is to sand it. Just go back and forth till I can sand enough material down until it will fit. Now I could use this, but this is 400 grit here. And I could take this and keep doing this for hours and hours, and I might be able to do it. I don't want to go to the store. It's real cold outside, so I'm going to do it the hard way. So I'm going to use some of this emery cloth. This is 100 grit. I got a few strips here. I'm just going to have to take it like this and sand it, turn it, sand it,
etc., etc., etc.
until it fits on here.
Oh, brother.
I don't know, what do you think? Take about an hour to do that?
I don't know.
I don't know. Well, it took about 45 minutes. I think I've got it. That was a lot of work, man.
You shut up.
You can see here, this is the one I sanded. It's a lot skinnier there. And it seems like it goes on here pretty good. I'm going to use some silicone glue to glue that on there. Hopefully that'll work. It's got to be better than this piece of rubber. This is hard as a rock here.
Oh!
Now I'm going to do the idler wheel first. I'm just going to glue it with this silicone glue.
Watch out, Beau, for that rubber!
That's the best damn rubber on the market.
I'll just clean those up a little bit more, then we'll take a look at them. Well, there's those two wheels, all dried and cleaned up.
beautiful, ain't it?
Not bad, huh? I give myself maybe a B- on this. They look pretty good.
Not bad.
I'm going to use these in the original mechanism. And I'm going to have to take the original mechanism apart like this one. And I'll show you how that comes apart. Well, there's the original mechanism. First thing that comes off is this here. So let's flip it over and remove this piece here. There's a couple of set screws on here. So let's loosen those. I had this piece off earlier. Let's just take it off again. I wanted to lube it on part one, so I had to take it apart. You can see I had some fresh grease down in there. Next we gotta take the motor off, and there's two screws here. There's one here and there's one here. I'll take those screws off camera. Okay, the motor's loose, but there's a wheel attached to the shaft of this motor. You can't see it, but it's in here. And that's got set screws holding it on the shaft. So I'm gonna have to remove that. There you can see the wheel there. And there's set screws right in here. So it's kind of an odd angle, so I'm gonna have to do this off camera. Okay, I've got the two set screws loose. Now when I took this apart on the other mechanism, this was hard to get out. Let me see if I can pry it up here.
Hey, be careful! Be careful!
Whoa! Be careful, you're gonna break that!
You should be careful.
Barney, be careful!
Told you it's not easy to get off. This is not coming out easy, unlike the other one. I just need to get some leverage on that thing.
You did it! You did it! I knew you would! I just knew you would!
Whew, wow. That was something, huh?
Buzz, you're such a bonehead.
Let's take this one off here. It's got a clip on it. There's that son of a gun. Here we can see the idler wheel here. Now this wheel here, that spins here, this is different from the one that was in the other mechanism. It had rubber all the way around it. So looks like this one, I might have to put that O-ring on this one here too. Or maybe I can just use the other one. There's that clip. Looks like the same size as these other two. I'm gonna have to take this thing off here.
Take it off here, boss.
Yeah, take it off, then.
This is like a stop here. See? Oh, that's stuck in there. Well, I got the clip off and I went flying. And I damaged this here, but
You stupid bonehead.
okay, this should come up. It's stuck. What else is new, man? Put a little oil down there.
Give me the oil can, quick.
Let that soak in a little bit. Now this is from the other one. It should just lift up there. There's no clip or anything on the bottom. So I'm just gonna whack it. Don't try this at home, folks. Oh, that was easy.
How lucky can you get?
There you go. That's the idler wheel.
It's about time.
You can see an indentation there. And this is hard as a rock. Good. So now I can just put the new wheels in there. Then we can test it, see how it works. Well, tragedy struck again at the Buzz household. This spring here that I showed you in part one that controls the rewind and play positions broke. You can see it there.
What a bonehead.
I was having problems switching from rewind into play, and if you noticed the last couple of videos, it was a problem that was happening all the time. So I thought I'd take this out and bend it to put more pressure on it, and this spring doesn't like to bend. It just snapped. Now this is the one out of the other mechanism, so I was able to put that in there. In order to get this out, I had to drill out 5 rivets. There's 1, 2, 3, 4, and there's one on the other side that holds this plate in here. And because I drilled those out, I had to replace them with screws here. It doesn't look that great on the top, but we'll look at that later. Anyway, I was still having problems, even with the new spring in there. I was still having problems going from rewind to play. When I put it in rewind, it seemed to be okay, but when I put it on play, right there, this plate, you see the spring here? It wasn't pulling this all the way in. So old Buzz re-engineered this thing. I put a spring in here, so there's some tension on there. So when it's in the rewind position, like that, it's got some tension on it. So when I put it into play position, it springs back all the way. Now before I was doing that half the time. It wasn't continuous. It just was very intermittent. It would work and sometimes it wouldn't. So that spring is working great now. I also put some new grommets here on the motor. There's one here, and there's one here, and there's one on the other side right there. Hopefully that'll quiet it a little bit. Let's flip it over and take a look at the top. Here's the 5 screws here.
Yeah.
I wish I had some rivets to put in there. The only kind I can get is those pop rivets, and they got a crummy, once you snap them off, they're not very smooth, so I don't know what to do with these. Got any suggestions? Leave me a comment. Otherwise, I'll just paint these the same color as here. Okay, I just got AC hooked up to this, so let's just test it here and put it on play. You notice it's a lot quieter since I got that new rubber on there. We'll hit rewind here. See, it starts right away.
Do it again.
Ah, it's so good, eh?
Seems a lot consistent now. So maybe old Buzz's engineering change on this old beast will work okay. Now, I ordered a microphone last month. Let me show you that. Then we can maybe test the microphone on a wire. See if it records. We haven't done that yet. Stay tuned, folks. Coming right up. Well, you're looking at the mic I bought. I believe this is made by Aesthetic. It's got like a 20-foot cord on it. You can remove it from the base and sing. Now the listing on this said it's got low volume on it. So I'm not hoping for much, but maybe just enough to get it to work. Now it came with this plug here, the mic plug on the radio. It's got 3 plugs in here, and that's not going to fit here. So I was thinking maybe I could use like a plug like this. When I bought this, I had no idea it was going to be that big here. The picture was small, but I was thinking maybe I could drill a hole here and put that in there and use that. I don't need all this cord here. I'm going to cut some of this off. I think a 6-foot cord is long enough. It's got 3 connectors hooked up to it, but only 2 wires. So I'm going to cut those connectors off on the back. Drill a hole here. Big enough for that. Well, I'll do that off camera. I'll let you see what I come up with. Okay, I got the jack in here. Went on pretty good. And I wired up the cable. I took about 5 feet off the cord. Let's see if it fits here. Perfect. All right, let's test it. Okay, let's test the microphone here. Put this on record on microphone. Put the volume all the way up. Now when I talk into this, we should see this neon bulb light up here. Testing 1 2 3. Testing 1 2 3. I can see it light up. I don't know if you can see that. Testing 1 2 3. Testing 1 2 3. Probably couldn't see that, but let's go ahead and record something. Record wire. This is a test. Testing 1 2 3. The quick brown fox jumped over the lazy dog. Testing 1 2 3. This is only a test. The quick brown fox jumped over the lazy moose. Testing, testing, testing. Let's play this back. Put that on play wire. Got something. This is a test. Testing 1 2 3. The quick brown fox jumped over the lazy dog. Testing 1 2 3. This is only a test. The quick brown fox jumped over the lazy moose. Testing, testing, testing. Let's play this back.
Beautiful.
Well, they said it was low volume, and they weren't kidding. Don't sound too hot, does it? But at least it works. I really don't have another microphone to test it. you can't use one of these amplifier type mics on here. It won't work. Let's try to record the radio, huh? So we put this on record radio. 1, 2, 3. Okay, that's on record radio.
Because she can make strong statements without being disagreeable. And that is an art, folks. It's not easy to do. So she is asked the question, well, how many of these people that y'all are rounding up and deporting, how many of them are criminals?
Okay, I'm going to record it now.
There's a major culture shift. This ain't the Biden administration anymore. Listen to this.
On immigration, of the 3,500 arrests ICE has made so far since President Trump came back into office, can you just tell us the numbers? How many have a criminal record versus those who are just in the country illegally?
All of them, because they illegally broke our nation's laws and therefore they are criminals as far as this administration goes. I know the last administration didn't see it that way, so it's a big culture shift in our nation to view someone who breaks our immigration laws as a criminal, but that's exactly what they are.
Let's play that again, and Ramon, boost it as much as you can. I apologize to those of you who are leaving a work site in your 1978 Ford.
Okay, let's put it on play wire. Rewind it.
Listen to this.
On immigration, of the 3,500 arrests ICE has made so far since President Trump came back into office, can you just tell us the numbers? How many have a criminal record versus those who are just in the country illegally?
All of them, because they illegally broke our nation's laws and therefore they are criminals as far as this administration goes. I know the last administration didn't see it that way, so it's a big culture shift in our nation to view someone who breaks our immigration laws as a criminal, but that's exactly what they are.
Let's play that again, and Ramon, boost it as much as you can.
Well, that sounded a lot better than the mic, huh? Not bad. I wonder what some music would sound like on this. Let's get the transmitter here hooked up and we'll record a song. Okay, got my broadcaster. We'll just play a song here, and tune it in, and record it. Well, that's a blast from the past, huh? That's from 1976. Kenny Nolan, I Like Dreamin'. Oh, baby, to be that young again, huh? Put on play wire. Well, that shall conclude today's episode. I got some stuff I've been doing here, so it's been taking up a lot of my time, so I haven't been able to put much work into the wire recorder here. If you guys have any suggestions on how to get the microphone to work better, send me a comment, okay? I'll be back next month with a new video. So this is old Buzz signing off. Good night, everybody. Stay tuned for Buzz's Corner, up next. We're going to have a little fun here. I'm going to show you some clips of 3 different recording methods. The first clip is from the classic film Double Indemnity. In this scene, Fred McMurray plays the character Walter Neff, and he uses a dictaphone to confess to a murder. In the clip, you'll see him put a wax cylinder into the machine. Let's take a look at it.
Office memorandum. Walter Neff to Barton Keyes, claims manager. Los Angeles, July 16th, 1938. Dear Keyes, suppose you'll call this a confession when you hear it. Well, I don't like the word confession. I just want to set you right about something you couldn't see because it was smack up against your nose. You think you're such a hot potato as a claims manager, such a wolf on a phony claim. Maybe you are. But let's take a look at that Dietrichson claim. Accident and double indemnity. When it came to picking the killer, you picked the wrong guy. You want to know who killed Dietrichson? Hold tight to that cheap cigar of yours, Keyes. I killed Dietrichson. Me, Walter Neff. Insurance salesman. 35 years old, unmarried, no visible scars. Until a while ago, that is. Yes, I killed him. I killed him for money. And for a woman. And I didn't get the money, and I didn't get the woman. Pretty, isn't it?
This next clip is from the movie Dragnet, made in 1954. Jack Webb playing cop Joe Friday demonstrates a mini wire recorder to a policewoman. This is kind of interesting. Take a look at this.
Now this is a Miniphone, miniature wire recorder. This spool can handle 2.5 hours without a reload.
I see. Seems simple enough. Just that one button, huh? Sure is small and compact.
And finally, we have none other than Mr. Rogers, showing his young audience a record-cutting machine. I think you'll get a kick out of this.
Hi, neighbor. That wasn't a suitcase that I brought in. No, I'm not going on a trip. That was a machine to make records. And I wanted to show it to you. It does look like a suitcase there, doesn't it? I'll open it up. You can see it. I borrowed this from a friend so I could show it to you. I'm very much interested in things like this. Now, this is a blank record. That means that it doesn't have any talking or music on it at all. Show it to you here. See, it's smooth. All of this is smooth. There aren't any grooves in it at all. So there'd be no place for a needle to go into. Now you put it on the turntable like this. I guess it's called turntable because it looks like a little round table and it turns. Yeah. Plug it in. Oh, and I was a little boy, I thought the greatest thing in the world would be to be able to make records. I brought the microphone with me. Connect it. There. Now, this is a special device over here for cutting records. Let's see if I can get this in there. Where is it? There it is. Good. Now you see right down here is a very special needle. And that needle goes into this smooth record and makes grooves in it when you're recording. I'll just show you how it works. Ready to see it? Okay, I'll put something on here like this. I want to test this record so that I can show my friends how one makes records. There. Now, did you see all the fuzz that came out of that groove? See? Looks like hair. And that all came out of those little grooves there. Okay, now let's just play this, and you'll see what it sounds like. I want to test this record so that I can show my friends how one makes records.